So we all do struggle in our initial phases to prove ourselves. And the old players in the market, once they find out that, okay, this is a very new player, I can, do whatever I want, they will start taking advantage. But we have to be very, very sharp. We have to know our value beyond everything else. See, doing for a lower price, doing for one or two extra complimentary things is a whole different thing. But one entire year for free is a whole different thing. It's indirect slavery, right? So that's
Yes.
where we have to understand what value we hold. It's okay, I will grow slowly, but I am not going to grow being somebody else's puppet, is what we have to know. So we all do struggle to communicate our own value because we really don't know ourselves that well and that clearly, because we have not had such experiences. Now, after fast forward 2 years after that meeting, I can crack any meeting like this. Why? Because I have done things that have given me experiences, exposures. Somewhere I had losses, somewhere I had really good profits. All of that will be a part. But the learning, knowing yourself better, will help you communicate better to your further clients. Right? Are we all clear and sorted with this entire slide? Yep.
Yes.
Because
Yes. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
closing line here, that's what it says. Most founders are never taught how to influence. That's our major problem, which we will be solving in the upcoming slides, right? I am not able to change the slide. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So this is a founder's confession wall that we are going to do. So it's a small activity where these are few common struggles or challenges that we generally hear, but there can be anything beyond that. So what you're going to do is, as a founder, it's better that you switch on your mic and talk and tell me your name, what you actually do, what your company is, and what is that one struggle, not more than one, only one single one word struggle you have to mention for this particular activity. Okay, we will get into depth and other Q&A later on. So this is what we are going to do. So we'll start. I don't want to ask you all. I think you should grab your opportunities as founders and you can start. You can start going ahead.
Yes.
Yes, Bhavi. Hello.
For brands.
Understood. So can we name it as a negotiation skills? Perfect. Then, Bhavik, can you just mention negotiation skills in the chat box here while we start with the next person to do the same? Yes, who is going to go next?
Anyone up for this?
Yeah. Kaushal here. I think. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
you're
Yeah.
audible.
Yeah. Myself, founder of Samriddhi and Vishnu. And we started this company, I think, 4 months, 6 December 2025. And we are 100-member team already. We scaled it to 100-member team and already we are raising money. I think I've been in touch with the community head here. I think I thought this would be a nice session. Sales is where myself, I'm very good at it. We are closing clients and all. That's not a problem. The pitch, confidence, networking, communication, consistency, everything is there. Only thing is, right now for me, the problem is pitch. How do we pitch my product to the clients? That's where the problem lies in, for me personally.
Perfect. Okay. So please mention pitch in the
Sure,
chat
sure,
box
sure,
here.
sure. I'll drop
Also,
a
can you
message.
just tell us about what you do in quick one or two sentences, please?
Sure. It's like we started as a finance. I'm a software engineer. I left the job in November. I'm a full time option trader. I do commodity trading and cryptos and indexes. Also, I started this company and we scaled it to 100 people right now. My cumulative leadership experience is around 100 years. Like my cumulative leadership, 8 people, total experience is 100 years. And I only hire 90% freshers, interns. And we are able to close 2 crores project. I think we are signing an NDA in this week. Closed. How we are able to solve is like we started as a financial services, but we understood the challenges and pivoted to completely different model to services now. How we are closing the clients is because we are telling them, we are claiming also, because I have a 100 years leadership team. HR has 28 years of experience. CCO has compliance. We provide all services at one place for startup founders or any business owners. That's how we are pitching. Whoever wants to start a business, we are claiming that because we have already experience. My leadership has very good experience, and we are claiming those services as well. And we are valuing our time, and we are charging based upon those. I have 2 offices in Hyderabad and in my village. I started the company in village. I have 2 offices across India. I have 100 employees. One-stop solution for your all your business needs. That's a pitch we are doing right now, but I want to refine it more better.
Perfect. Very nice. Thank you so much. And good that we have somebody with such experience here. And I'm sure you can help all of the other
Sure.
founders also,
Sure,
including
sure. For
myself.
love to talk to. That's what I
Yes.
claim. I think whenever we were discussing, I forgot his name. Sorry, I'm a Foundic Network community head.
Shivraj.
Shivraj.
Yes.
I've been touching LinkedIn and we have been talking. I saw his profile. I think I love to talk to people a lot. I love to help people. And entrepreneurship is not an easy task for everyone.
100%.
It's a 24-hour-by-7 job, and we claim 24/7 operations from day one. When we
Right.
shifted to services, right? Startups, no startups claims it. And I take care of, I may give stipends to the, I pay stipends to interns from day one. Also, I take care of
Mhm.
their food. I take care of their travel expenses and everything. And if he's coming out of the city, he will take care of the accommodation also.
Perfect. That's very interesting. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please mention pitch in the
Sure, sure,
chat
sure, sure,
box.
sure. I'll drop in.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Who's going to go next? We'll take three more.
Yeah, anyone up for this?
See, as founders, taking opportunities,
Correct.
grabbing them is one of the biggest, need of the hour. Otherwise, others will take them away from you. So come on. Whoever can go next, if you cannot switch on your camera, at least switch on your mic and talk to us.
See, you need not to be perfect in whatever the way you are pitching. So, the intent that you want to let us know about you and what you're struggling with is actually what matters here. And yeah, this session
Exactly.
is about to solve that. So please feel free to open up.
Yes.
Just
And
like,
as
yeah, let me conclude this. If you don't talk about your company, or and who will talk about that? That's the biggest challenge here.
exactly what I was also trying to tell.
Yeah.
As founders, you should always be excited to talk about whatever your company is.
Yes,
Your company as founder is your little kid. Okay.
baby.
So, yes, it's your baby, it's your hard work, it's your 100% whatever. Okay. So, whenever given opportunity, don't hesitate. That's first thing you have to learn as founders. Everything aside, first thing, you wake me up in the middle of the night and ask me, can you talk about Flourish? I can go 1 hour about Flourish. So that is the enthusiasm and interest and love towards your own company you should have.
Yeah.
Because
Good
as
evening, guys.
parents, yes, good evening. Thank you
Yeah.
so much,
Sorry to
Binu.
interrupt you, Siddhi.
No, no, no. I am
Yeah.
glad somebody did.
Yeah. My name is Binu. I run a company called Kinetic Minds. I am 40 odd years. I'm 45 years old basically, so I'm probably I've done 20 years odd in corporate already. So I feel I'm a little out of place from the perspective that I'm too old to start a company. But yeah, I come across few profiles who believed that even at a senior age you can kick off. With that in mind, I went ahead and started this company of mine. It's called Kinetic Minds. We are trying to gamify education in classrooms, digital gaming without the screen time. So that's what we're trying to accomplish. Unfortunately, I can't come on video. Um, However, the biggest challenge I think I've been facing in the market is the fact that I don't have credibility in this space. I'm kind of a new player. Effectively, I think that's how the customers look at me. So some of them do try to take me for a ride. I suppose, like you were saying, that they expect to get things done initially. I think
Exactly.
I've come across quite a few of that. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much biggest challenge is getting into the market. I'm very bad at networking. I've been outside the country for the last few years, after which is when I came into India and I started doing this stuff. I kind of take the blame away from me by saying that, okay, I've been outside the country, which gives me a little leeway that I don't know people here and things like that. But over the last couple of years, I've been building connections with the schools that I've been going and talking to. Although they might have not done a purchase, I'm still connected to them, building a relationship. Looks like some of the schools who I'm working with have started coming back to me, asking me for additional services and things like that, which is slowly building, but it's going at a much slower pace than I anticipated as an entrepreneur, where I'll close like 100 schools in the first year and things like that. They still remain a dream at this time. Yeah, that's quite a bit about me. Thank you. Thank you. Good session.
Thank you so
Uh,
much. Thank you. So probably we can just niche down to networking as the problem statement here. Please mention networking as the problem statement in the chat bot, and we'll take one more so that we don't, uh, you know, we are on track with the time for the entire session to happen. So one last, if we have.
May I?
Yes, yes, Anushka.
Sorry for any background noises. I'm not in good ambience right now. I'm Anushka, and we've recently launched a digital product in which we track the sense of agency of a user, a mobile phone user, and tell the results to them. So we recently pitched our idea a month ago to an incubation cell, and the hardest part for our team was first building the product and second pitching the idea. And thus, going forward, I see the next challenge to be marketing. Yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you, Anushka. So you can probably mention marketing as the problem statement because we already have pitching that is mentioned in the chat bot, right? So these are the four things that we are going to answer now and then move ahead to the next slide. So I have a few frameworks that I have made. Okay. So few things that I was quite obvious that are going to be the problem statements. So what happens? No, we learn a lot of theory for everything to happen. We learn things like, okay, we'll do this and then we'll do that. We build so many scenarios. Like Binu also mentioned that, the plan was to reach so many schools in this much duration, or the plan was to do this particular way. But we don't really structure it down to some simple terminologies or some simple flow that we have to follow. One basic criteria that we fix and repeat it 100 times until we get beyond perfect in that is what we have to do. Right. So moving on to the chatbot. So we have four things here. Okay. So negotiation skills, pitch, networking, and marketing. Correct. So for negotiation skills and marketing, we can probably again niche down to communication. Pitch and networking also is, we like I mentioned, we always circle back to communication. So first thing is we have to have in mind that we have to follow 3 C's for communication. First C is the clarity, second C is the consistency, and third C is the confidence. Okay, first things first, if you all want to make a note of it, or if you want to write it down somewhere, please do. So, three C's to make your communication better is clarity, consistency, and confidence. I'll repeat it for one last time so that you have it noted down clearly. Clarity, confidence, and consistency. I'll tell you all how and why. Okay. So, first things first, what you are thinking is what you should talk. Now, when I say don't think in back of your head that ye client to pagal hai and don't talk that, that's not what I mean when I say clarity. When I say clarity, your first language should be thinking, your second language should be talking. And both of these should be in the same way. Okay? Be it in terms of English, be it in terms of grammar, or any other language, or be it in terms of the clarity of what we are talking. Don't focus on heavy vocabulary that will hamper your confidence. Focus on clear, simple words that will make the other person understand. If a 15-year-old kid can understand what you're trying to talk, then assume your pitch is great. What you're trying to talk is really good. Don't try to fancy it unless and until you have already perfected it for at least 1 or 2 years in the beginning. Then focus on fancying it. Right? We all have done things in our life where we would have probably started investing or probably started buying something. Let's assume we wanted to buy gold. Obviously, the prices are top notch right now. Maybe a few years back, for the younger ones like me, when our parents bought it, or for people like Matthew who have actually bought it for their own selves. Okay, we would initially, when we had little bit of savings, we would not focus on buying an entire jewelry set for your partner, for your mother, or for yourself. You would go small. You would probably start with a ring or an earring or a simple chain, and then try to match it with other things when you keep on buying next things. Correct? Same way, it happens with everything. The first time you cook, you will only boil water, you will only make a coffee or tea or a Maggie. You will not make an entire 3-course menu on the very first time you're cooking. Same thing applies to your communication and your pitches. Keep it clear, keep it very simple. Like I said, talk to a little kid, a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old kid. Explain it to them. If they are understanding what you're trying to tell, everybody else will for surely understand. Don't load it with a lot of jargons. Don't load it with fancy words, fancy vocabulary. We are not going to focus on impressing somebody. We are only going to focus on expressing what our thoughts behind our product or service is. Okay, so the 3 C's: clarity. Next is consistency. Maintain that particular thing for at least 2 to 3 years. Get perfect with that. Even if somebody is waking you up in the middle of the night and asking, what is your pitch? This 3-sentence structure is my pitch. This is how I'm going to do it. It should be ready. You should be able to talk it even when you're asleep. So that consistency will only help you with. Without having it consistently doing it again and again, you will not be able to lock it in your long-term memory. The last one is confidence. So the more you practice, the confident you become. Right? So this is the basic importance for everything that you start off. So keep it clear, keep it consistent, and be confident. That is an overall aspect. Now let's pick up these 4 things individually. Right? How to network naturally and build meaningful foundation. Right? So again, we have 3 C's here, but different 3 C's. First one is curiosity. When you are trying to network, don't try to look like you are selling. Coming back to the first 2 people, I think it was Pradyumna and Bhavik who had the first communication, right? In the first activity that we did. So Pradyumna, this one is for you particularly. When you try to network, don't try to sell.
Okay.
Okay? You should
Okay.
be curious to know the other person first.
Okay.
because that's
Yes.
how you build their interest towards listening and talking to you. Be
Okay. I
curious
should.
enough for them to start having that communication. So once you build that curiosity, ask genuine question. How are you doing today? Start with that basic. How are you doing today? What brought you here to this networking event? What is your idea
Okay.
behind the entire event that is happening? Okay, not just for
Okay.
Pradyumna, it's for everybody, because since it was you who started, I'm giving the name here. Okay, but
I
it's for
should know the more.
everybody.
I should
Sorry.
know the pain points.
Yeah, you should know their pain point, and that will only happen with genuine curiosity in knowing and talking with them.
Okay.
So that brings us to second C, that is connection. Once you are curious to know them, you build that connection, right? So please note down, whoever wants to note these three C's again. This is particularly for networking. Okay, so first C is the curiosity. Be curious enough to know them. Let them talk first. It should be 70% them talking, 30% us talking in the initial stage. Unless and until they start asking us questions and then you start answering, no, that's going to be an entire different game. That's when you upsell. Okay, because you have already built that connection, you have already taken them into your team. So the person, if you don't mind, can you please switch off your mic, Pradyumna? Thank you. Okay, so like I was telling you, they will be in your court. The client is already in your court when you build that connection. Okay, so first one is the curiosity, second one is the connection, and third one again consistency. Networking is a relationship building, it's not contract selling. Okay, and it's not just I give you my visiting card, you give me my your visiting card, I will keep every networking event I go, I bring 100 visiting cards, I never even open them again. That's not what you go to networking events for. Even if you're talking to 3 people properly, you will be having a successful networking event that you visited. Okay, any doubts with these particular two things that we have understood so far? If yes, please. If not, we will move to the next one.
Yeah, I think everyone is clear here, so we can move to the next one.
Okay, perfect. So next, let's pitch to how to pitch clearly. Okay, pitch is one major thing that we all struggle with. Here, I'm going to give you a simple 4-step formula. First is what, second is who, third is problem, fourth is the result. Simple, don't keep it beyond 5-6 lines. Introduce your name, your company's name, then what are you doing? What do you do? Tell it in simple one sentence. I am a soft skills trainer. I do trainings for individuals. Who? What sort of individuals? Individuals who are having, individuals who are studying, who are founders, who are employees, who are students. What problem do I solve? I help them build. I understand that there is confidence problem, there is communication problem, and that's what I help them. The result, I, after having trained, I know for sure that they will be more confident and clear in communicating whatever they want to. Simple 4 sentence, you know what I am doing. Correct? So first step is what is your company about? What do you do? Right? Who? Who is your exact target audience? Next is the problem. What problem do you actually solve here? What is the problem? Okay. And then result. In result, you have to mention about the impact. Problem and solution you can mention together, and result should be more like an impact that you create. That your, see, there are hundreds of trainers. So why my trainings would be different is what I have to mention in the result.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
So this is how our pitch can become stronger and stronger. Moving ahead to negotiation skills, right? Yes, please. the problem, solution, and result, right? Okay. Now, for example, the problem that I am solving here is communication and confidence. Okay. So with my trainings, individuals learn how to communicate confidently is the solution. What is result and how is it impactful that it makes me different from other trainers is, I can mention it in a simple sentence. With my gamified and personal touch in training, solving their real life problems, I am able to give them the results which will be directly impactful for them to apply in their life. Yes. Along with results, maybe see, sometimes what happens in results, some have numbers. Okay. Like some have results that they can show in numbers. But in my field, I don't think I can actually show in numbers on how well did I help somebody to communicate. That's not quantitative. It's very qualitative. So when it is qualitative, what you should actually do is you should bring in one USP or the impact that you have created. So along with result, you can put a hyphen and write impact/USP also. When you don't have it in quantitatives yet, or maybe you cannot actually put it in quantitative figures. Got it? Okay. Moving ahead to negotiation skills. Just a minute, I have mentioned the yes. Okay. So here you will use the PACE framework, PACE, PACE framework to negotiate. First things first, when they start negotiating, pause. Pause for a minute. Understand why they are negotiating. Is it because they want to exploit you, or is it a genuine difference that they're talking about, or is it actually the market value? Pause, think. Second thing, acknowledge. I understand from your end that you want to do it for this much amount, because you might also have your barriers in terms of spending, you have other expenses. I really understand. Give them that assurance that you understand. Then clarify. However, we also have our set of expenses, and as the relationship that matters to us more than the profits, I am sure we would try to do the best. Yet, this is something that we want to stick. And then explain why. Why do you actually want to stick to this particular amount? Right? So, pause, understand. When you're pausing, you have to understand, think about it and understand. So, first one is pause. Then you will acknowledge. Acknowledge. See, everybody wants to save their money in today's time. And at the same time, everybody wants to earn a lot of money also. So put yourself in their shoe. Empathize with them, acknowledge. You're giving the discount or not is secondary. First acknowledge. When you acknowledge only, they will be like, acha, theek hai. At least they're understanding that, whatever. And if after acknowledging, if they agree to not get the discount and you stick to it, you stick to that term, at least they will remember that, okay, that person has acknowledged that we are spending so much. They will give me whatever the worth for this money is. Right? So you build trust when you acknowledge. So that is very necessary. Okay? After you acknowledge, you have to clarify. Clarify based on the market prices, based on your expenses. Give them that clarification and explain a little bit on one particular thing, why you are not going to go beyond that particular price. Even if you're changing the price, even if you're not changing the price, simple. See how we bargain with our, simple sabji wala or a simple any street side shopping when we do. Go with your moms. Learn
Yeah.
those bargaining skills from them. The seller will tell 1,000 rupees, your mom will directly tell 200 rupees mein do. Right?
Yeah.
But then they will have that so long conversation and somewhere they will finalize somewhere between 500. This is how they do it. They pause, they understand, अरे दीदी मैं the seller, दीदी मैं समझता हूँ आपको 200 में चाहिए, लेकिन आप समझो मेरा ही प्रॉफिट नहीं है इसमें. They clarify, no? And then they
Yeah.
explain, अरे आप समझो इतना प्रॉब्लम है, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का अलग कॉस्ट लगता है, इतना टैक्स लगता है, ठीक है आप एक काम करो 200 में मत दो, गिव इट एटलीस्ट फॉर 500. They close the deal. That is what we have to also apply. Sometimes these traditional methods are the most important ones. We have to acknowledge that they are the best and accept it and apply it. Right?
Yeah.
So, again, and the last one is marketing, which is again similar to the first three C's that I mentioned: the communication part, clarity, confidence, and consistency. Now, in marketing, one more thing here, what you have to do, Anushka, is see, when we do sales training, no, we explain it to the trainees that your confidence should be so top notch that even if you are trying to sell a comb to a bald person, they should be ready to buy it from you. They need it, they don't need it is secondary. How you sell it is important. That's how your marketing also should be. And your marketing, you should be very, very up to date with the trends going on. I understand trends are changing faster than anything else at this hour. But you have to cope up with, because marketing is the ultimate cherry on the cake. After your pitch, after your product, after your presentation, everything else, marketing is what is going to give you the client ultimately. So apply this 3 C's that we spoke about: communication. Along with that, make sure you are also very, very confident. Fake it until you make it is what we tell. So be so confident that the other person don't really understand whether you're actually confident or nervous. They shouldn't know if you're confident or you're nervous. Are we clear with this entire thing? Can we move towards the next slide?
I have doubts, Siddhi.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Um, from your ideas of marketing, how to market, I understand that you told us the idea in which we'll build one-to-one connection with clients, but that
Yes.
would not help us scale the products. I want 2 million downloads from Play Store, so that would have a different strategy, I guess. So, do you have
Yes, of
any
course.
view on that too?
For those strategies, trends are what I mentioned. Social media, like Instagram, is blowing up businesses at this point. Only thing is, we have to understand how do we actually get the hack to do it well. Digital marketing, social media marketing, influencer marketing. To do it in larger scales, these are the things, and we have to invest no matter what. Our investment will be required to do it this way. Your
Okay, got
storytelling
it.
has to be strong enough when you're doing it in that level,
Yeah.
right? The better your story, the more the interested. I have recently ordered some random things because it was so fascinating. It's not even useful. These crochet flowers or crochet keychains or these random fridge magnets, random makeup accessories. We all end up buying them because the storytelling is so good. We scroll reels that is shown in our feed. We listen to the story, not the product. We listen to how well their experience with that product is, and we end up buying it. The storytelling has to be strong, and you have to do it on a larger scale.
Okay, got
I
it.
hope I've cleared your doubt here.
Yes, Siddhi, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Moving on to the next slide.
I have one more
Founders
question.
don't. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, in negotiation, like our product price is bit higher than the rest of the products. So, and the leads will be like, the clients will be like, why we have to buy your product when they sell it in the lesser price? So in that
That
case,
comes in
what?
the explanation part. We have to tell them our USP, why our product is better, right? When we explain, we have to explain them the quality, the extra, probably. See, when I tell the client why my trainings are better, I tell them I bring in a lot of activities, a lot of one-on-one personal touch that no other trainers bring. So that is
Okay.
my USP. That is what I explain. So in the explanation part, you have to explain them why this much money is what your product deserves, and this is the value it will add. You don't have to just keep, singing about your own product, my product, this, my product. No, think about the impact, the value that it will add,
Okay.
the impact that it will create. Right? Excuse me. So that is what you have to do.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Pradyumna. So moving to the next slide here. See, founders don't lose because of bad ideas. Ideas are great. Everything is good. They lose because the communication is not very clear. They lose because their positioning of their product or service is not on point. They lose because their pitch is very nervous, right? And when all of these problems happen, obviously the trust is not built. So these are the things that we discussed so far, right? Based on all our questions and the simple formulas that we learned.
Yes, yes.
So yes, so as founders, we should not be sellers. Please understand, we are going to influence. We are not going to manipulate, but we are going to influence. There's a difference. Manipulation is you have to buy my product no matter what. Influence is this is what my product or service is adding value to your life, and that is why I think you should buy this. That is influence. We have to influence, which takes us to the next slide, the formula. Okay, which we have already see. Confidence, clarity, connection, consistency, these are the most important things, which will somehow here and there be repetitive. It does sound a lot repetitive, but it is very essential. And once we are clear and we are, it just fits in our long term memory, in our subconscious mind, we are able to do things perfectly. So how to be clear, right? These are the three important pillars. Say exactly what you mean in the fewest words possible. Confusion kills trust. Okay? When I have to tell that I'm going to teach communication, why should I start with teams fail because there is this problem, you fail because that, this. I don't have to tell them 100 things. I have to clearly tell them one problem statement, why communication is essential, and tell them that this is why I'm going to teach you communicating. Simple. Like I started the session, I told you all that communication is what we circle back to, no matter what we want to do in our career life or in our personal life. And communication is different from talking. We can talk to every Tom, Dick, and Harry on wherever we meet, our families, our friends, everybody. But we cannot actually effectively communicate with everybody. There's a difference. And that is what, as founders, we have to focus on. Right? The better clarity you bring in. See, how many of you have given speech or you have already made your pitches earlier? I think most of you have done that, right?
Yes, yes.
Sometimes, yes. So sometimes when you had clarity on this is the particular client that I'm meeting, this is what I'm going to pitch, and this is what I'm going to quote, you were way more confident. And there have been times when we have just randomly going to meet somebody, we don't really know about anybody or anything, and then when we have to go and pitch, we are not equally confident. Have you all noticed this difference? Yes. So the better clarity we have, the more confident we have to become. We will become. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And once we are confident, it's easier to build that connection. Now, already I am talking to 3 to 4 of you repeatedly, like Anushka, Bhavik, like Binu, right? Pradyumna. So I am confident I have already built that connection with you guys because
Yes.
even you confidently participated. So connection building is that easy. It's only clarity and your confidence. And of course, your intention should be true behind it.
Yeah.
So only then you will be able to build that trust. Because people trust founders who communicate clearly, who know what they're doing. You cannot be confused when you're talking to people. You cannot end up being confused when you're trying to explain what you want to do. Am I making sense here? Are we getting the point here?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's do another activity here now. I will give you all few sentences. You all should tell me whether it is the right way to pitch or the wrong way to pitch. And if it is wrong, you can try giving the better version of it.
Sure.
Okay? So it's going to be a wrong pitch versus the right pitch. I have a few sentences ready here. Okay? So the first sentence is, we basically provide multiple solutions for all kinds of businesses. The person is saying what sentence here? Did you
Uh,
actually understand? Okay. Am I audible clearly now?
yes.
All right, all right, all right. So I was mentioning we basically provide multiple solutions for all kind of businesses. Is it clear?
No, like
No, it's
I,
not clear because you did not specify the solution. Because you have to specify the solution before you talk.
yes.
Exactly.
And
What
also the business.
solution? Yeah, what is my business doing? There is no
Because I
clarity.
provide multiple solutions. Actually, I provide multiple solutions like web development, WhatsApp automation, email automation. I have to pitch that clearly to the client in order to get the exact reply from them and to provide the exact solution they require.
Exactly. Perfectly told. Big round of applause for Amit here. Right? So this is the difference. Simple one sentence only this was, but what solutions are you trying to provide to businesses? No. Are you providing infrastructure services? Are you providing logistics? Are you providing finance? Are you providing raw materials? What are you actually providing? There's no clarity at all. Let's do the next one here. Our company does many different services related to branding and stuff.
Same here,
The,
no
sen-
enough
uh, the
information.
Yes, can we go with Anushka this time?
sentence sounds vague. Uh,
Yes.
so,
How do you think we can make it right?
so instead of getting branding and stuff, you can specify what else the stuff is.
Yes. We can probably go with, our company helps build brands with more visibility in social media, or bring visibility and customer trust through influencer marketing, or whatever the particular thing they're actually doing, right? Yes. Now next sentences, it's in between questions of the pitch. The sentences, actually we recently started but we are passionate.
No, the
Passionate.
statement itself is a flaw.
Actually, the
It's
sentence is
completely
incomplete.
yes, it's incomplete, it has flaws, it really doesn't sound confident. We are passionate, but about what?
Yes.
Right? You have to be very niche down. So it's like we've all played dart in our life. Dart, right? There's a board and we have to aim, put it on point. That's how your pitch should be. Should be exactly on point on what you want to tell, on what you want to sell. Right? I'll go with the next one here. We do website designing, marketing, branding, social media, and many other things.
No, we have to tell that we have to we carry on.
One person at a time, please. Yes, the solution is missing here. The
What the issue is?
Yeah. So what we are solving is missing. The ways to solve it is mentioned. But what we are solving, so we can rather tell it like we help businesses create a strong and professional digital presence. Once we tell that, they will ask us how or what all do you do. Then we can mention website designing, branding, marketing, so on and so forth. Right? One more we'll do here. We provide high quality services at affordable pricing.
On what?
Yes, it's the
This
best
comes more.
statement I have heard because it gives everything and it strongly recommends the client to purchase the whatever we are selling or pitching.
Right. We can also make this sentence better by telling we help businesses generate better results without wasting resources.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
but the
So
niche
we
is
are
not.
we are telling that we are going to not waste your resources. We are going to take the money, but we are going to make sure that whatever money we are taking, nothing is going to go waste. We are giving you 100% worth for whatever you are paying us. Correct? Next one. I'm not very good at pitching, but basically this is my idea.
What's the idea?
What's the idea? Now, this is usually when we are not very confident, we start like this. So, is it a good starter for our pitch?
No.
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
you are just clearly showing them your vulnerability. You're clearly telling that I'm not confident, I'm sorry. You can buy me at the lowest price, is what you're clearly indicating. Instead, you can start with yours the confidence. Hmm. Very true. Correct. So this is how things go. Simple
Uh,
sentence formation changes can help us be way more clear and way more confident.
Basically, we need to be clear with our niche, right?
Yes. To have the clarity first is way more important to be able to clearly talk.
Yeah.
So you should know your product and your service in and out. The flaws, the pain point, the gain point, everything. Very, very necessary.
Yes.
Right? Moving to
Yes.
the next slide. Weak communication versus influential communication. Similar to the activity that we did, here we have another example, right? Actually, we do many services and we help different types of clients with various things depending on what they need. This is vague, this is very generic, and this is forgettable. People will not remember what you did,
Yes.
especially when you meet in a networking event where everybody is from your niche. Why would they actually want to listen to all of this crap? How are you helping is what they want to know. What all can you do? No. What all will you do is important. I can dance, I can sing, I can cook, but that's not important. I will help you communicate better is important, right?
Yes.
So, what can be the specific, clear, and memorable one? We help startups simplify their brand communication so that they can attract the right clients faster.
Yeah. That's
Because
so.
this, yeah, very simple. And here, no, what is it like? It's like the greed we are giving them, right clients faster. Because as startups and as founders, we all feel like, okay, we want to get in touch with at least one good client the fastest I can. So when you're doing this, you're hitting at the most centermost point of the dart game,
Yeah.
right? So clarity sounds confident when your specific people will trust you more. I'm repeating this 100 times. I will repeat it 100 more times. But this is what has to fit in your brain before we shut down the session today. Clarity will bring more connection, and more connection will bring more trust. And once they trust you, they will buy from you.
Yes.
Yes, moving to the next slide here. Simple structure, right? What we have already done with the questions that we had addressed earlier. So here is the, again, a simpler version of the same structure. What you do, who you help, what is the problem you solve, and what is the impact that you create, right? Your core service that you provide should be mentioned in what you do. Okay, core, main service, one exact service. You will have, of course, we all have diversification, but what is that one main thing that is the mother of all other things in your company that you're doing, is what you should start with. Either this, or this is the requirement of the client. Now I know communication is the main thing that I am solving, but if I am going to pitch to a client that is not focused on communication but is focused more on problem solving and teamwork, then I will put problem solving and teamwork in my what you do.
Yeah.
That time I will not tell communication is the key, this, that. No. Yes, you have the entire menu, but you will serve what the client is asking to eat, right? So your what you do should be changing according to the need of the clients. Again, who you do will also be followed by what you do. Who you help is going to be followed by what you do. And based on that is your pain point that you will address. I understand in today's world, everybody is very introvert and there is less social interaction. And that is one of the major problems. That is why teams are not very connected.
Yes, yes,
Because
agreed.
I'm pitching for teamwork. So my problem, my pain point is about teams. And that is why I think this is the exact result I will be able to create. I will give you a lot of gamified sessions. And based on this gamified sessions, I am sure they will all come closer and get more connected with each other. And once they feel connected with each other, they will become a stronger team. I did not directly tell them that this is what I'm going to do. I did not directly tell them what I'm going to serve, what my session will include. I just told them the impact that I will create.
Yes.
This is how our pitch should be. Okay. Moving ahead. I think we have just one more slide left, and then we'll do clear-cut question and answers. Now, like I have already earlier mentioned, there is difference between influence and manipulation. You do not have to manipulate somebody. You are not doing black magic here. Okay, I am hypnotizing you. You have to buy my service. You have to buy my product. No. I am solving your problem. That is why my product is the best decision for you. When you visit a doctor, will they give you option if you want to buy medicines or not? They will not. They'll tell you you have gastritis and this particular medicine is only going to solve your problem. Along with it, follow this basic food diet for few days. Will you again come back home and decide whether you should take that medicine or not, or will you immediately on the way back from the hospital buy medicines while you're coming back home?
Yeah, we'll buy that.
We all buy medicines before we get back home, right? Because we know this is what our problem is going to be solved from.
Yes.
So that is influence. They will not tell if you don't take this medicine that I have prescribed, you will die. That is why please take.
Yeah.
It's not cancer. Correct? Even for cancer or any major surgeries, they will only tell this is the best thing that can be done for this particular patient. If you really think you want to take second or third opinion, please do it, but do it within this much time because the situation is critical.
Yes.
And then the family is in the panic mode. They know they want to save their ward, their patient. They will quickly take 2 or 3 more opinions and they will take their decision.
Yes.
This is influencing. This is not manipulation. I mean, obviously, there are a lot of doctors and hospitals that do try to manipulate in today's day and world, but let's not get into that. Our focus is to understand the difference between influence and manipulation. Let's stick on to only that. Right? So, real influence is built on authenticity. How genuine did you feel that when I was talking, even if my major points were around similar terms? But every time, did it feel genuine and authentic and
Yes.
real life application worthy?
Yeah.
Yes, no, maybe. What do you all think? Please, if you don't want to open, switch on your mic or camera, please drop down in the chat box. Or give me a thumbs up if you feel yes. If no, then thumbs down. So I'll just repeat the question once. Okay. Right? So even if it was around similar terminologies, did all of my solutions that I gave so far, did you all feel it genuine? Did you all feel authentic? And yes, I can apply this. It is this simple. Once I start applying, this is going to give me results. Right?
Yes.
Why? Because there is genuine authenticity in this. These are all tried and tested that I have tried in all my pitches so far. So authenticity is the most important thing. Once you give them that, you are already influencing them towards connecting with you. It's not any technical tactics, it's not tricks, it's no other extra mind game. It's about showing up clearly, confident, and with genuine intent to serve. See, your first intention, no, it should always be that I am solving this person's problem. One day before I started the project of my very first client, my dad came to my house. He met me, and my dad is a teacher for 40 years now. He's into Jainism. He teaches Jainism for 40 years now. So he told me one thing before I started my very first project. He said, you are getting into a career where you will be touching lives directly. Only and only thing that you should do is make sure there is no harm created by your influence. Be that genuine. This is one of the most noble professions. You are into teaching and training. Right? And that stayed with me and it will stay with me forever.
Great.
Right? And since he's in the same field for 40 years, coming from him, I had that major understanding that, okay, this is why he has been in this field for 40 long years and has genuinely done wonders in his career. So when you have that intention that I want to educate people in getting better individuals in terms of soft skills, no matter what, your intentions are clear, everything else will fall in place. No doubt I am here to earn money. I want to do everything else. I want to become famous. I want to get into TED and be a speaker. Everything else will follow. But my major intention, why I started, that I should not forget. And as founders, I am sure we all start with one major intention that this is one problem I want to solve in society.
Yes.
So that intent we should never forget or never let go of. The real influence, like I mentioned, you have to be clear, be understood instantly. No person should be confused when they are talking to you. what is this person telling, when will you stop talking? No, don't give them that. Be clear in what you talk. Be confident in what you're talking. Own your message fully. This is what my product is. This is what my service is. And this is what is the problem I am going to solve. Everything else will follow. Once you do these two things, trust is built, connection is going to be longer.
Yes.
Right? So I hope I've been able to add value, and within the decided time. Now, last 20 minutes, what we're going to do is we are going to keep it open for questions, so that it's not just one way, it is a two-way communication. And before that, any doubts in the slides so far? If you want to see any other slide again, I will just run through the slides again. If not, I'm going to switch off the PPT, and then we will just do one-on-one communication. I would really appreciate if all of you are open to communication now. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So first things first, I think with all your permission, I would end the PPT here. Okay.
Yes.
Now, we are going to do major one-on-one communication here. Okay. If it is doubts, if you want to try pitching your thing with the formulas that you have got, go give it a try. Practice it. If you have any other doubts beyond whatever is discussed, you can go ahead and tell. If you want to share an experience where you think you had a challenge, please do it. And then, yes, please. Yes, Binu.
Yeah, thank you, Siddhi. But yeah, I just want to learn from because you gave a beautiful example about yourself. So I was just wondering, when you approach some of your colleges for that first pitch, right?
Right.
Do you it's very difficult to kind of connect with them initially because they are more keen to kind of understand what your product is and things like that. And what's happening with me is essentially, of course, I don't have anyone watching me and giving me that feedback. So I'm just leveraging this opportunity. Thank you, Shivraj, for facilitating this. But yeah, so what happens is like when I walk into that conversation, I'm talking like straight for more than about 70% of that initial conversation, right? And then it's then I go into that question mode of, okay, how are you doing it? Or I probably ask them a couple of questions initially, but then it's more of me talking is what I feel is probably holding me back, I think. I don't know. So how's your experience? Do you have any thoughts or feedback on that stuff?
Yes. I think I completely understand, and congratulations on you understanding your problem here. Because like I mentioned, I'm not sure if you had joined in the very first 15 minutes of the session. I feel like I didn't see you, or maybe it was in the... So that is what I told. Finding your problem is where you solve it 70%. So you are clear with what your problem is, and keep it the other way around. Let them talk for the 70% and you give only 30%. Take in paper presentations or something, or your tab, laptop, anything. Show them your product. But first things first, start with, of course, greeting and how are you, and all of that should start first. Post that, you have to understand what their problem is. Talk to them, ask them. As a principal, I am sure you might be facing few problems in terms of holding the attention of students. If so, can you tell me how and why? And then I have a solution for it. I will surely discuss about it, but please, can I know from your end? If they're interested to talk, let them talk first. If they feel like, no, it's okay, we are doing fine, we are pushing through, we are fine, then you can start talking.
Okay. My approach is a little different. Okay, I'm sorry I'm taking most of the time, but
That's okay.
I have a unique product which probably most of the schools haven't seen. So effectively, my flow is that I kind of call these people up front, cold call, get them to kind of ask for agree with them for a time for a demo. and then it's going into a demo. So then when I go into the location, it's more about just giving a big, quick summary about what I do, and then setting up a demo and doing the demo. And after the demo, it's like they kind of take time to say, okay, we'll get back to you and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Understood. Now,
Thank
see,
you.
that's the difference, no? The difference between demo and pitch. So, what you do on the cold call to get connected with them will have most part of your pitch there. Demo, obviously, you have to take 100% of the time, no doubt. Take your time, give all the details that is required for them to know. Talk
Okay.
as much as you want. Demo is your time, but
Awesome.
that is different from the pitch, right?
Okay.
What you do on either cold calling or meeting with them in person before they agree on a demo is your pitch.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
So basically, I had just like I just want to get clarification on one thing. So like the simple thing is like how can I actually avoid losing confidence after getting a rejection? Like in case like let's say like I have just talked with my potential clients and everything is already set and the deal is about to close. But at the end, I'm just getting rejected by those clients. So how do I actually not how do I
Not
not
give up.
take it? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to lose confidence on that.
Okay, I'll take a few minutes here. I'll tell you all my Flourish journey here. I had planned my entire Flourish. I had a little 1.5 to 2 years of experience in training as a freelance trainer by the time I reached my 6th semester in my BBA degree. Okay. And during the last semester, I planned entire Flourish, entire curriculum, name, logo, everything. I went and pitched to my own college. Okay. I studied in a tier 2, you can mention it a tier 2 or tier 3 college, very small college, and they didn't really have much things here. And yes, Amit, we'll go with you next, and after you, we'll go with Anushka once I finish explaining this part. Okay. So this happened, and they were quite impressed that okay, a student from our college wants to do something. We'll give you the opportunity. They invited me to do the presentation, seeing all of it. And they told next week you come, you do your presentation, we'll finalize on the dates, commercials, everything, and you can get started immediately after your exams. I was on cloud nine. Just when I had to go for that presentation, lockdown hit. 3 years I suffered because 2 years, obviously, there was lockdown happening, not happening, everything. Another 1 year, colleges and schools were not ready to get anything extra done because they were struggling to just bring back students to focus and sit for 5 hours, 6 hours in a day. They were filling that gap that was there, right? So after that, what happened is, meanwhile, I didn't want to sit quiet. I joined a few online sessions and everything, and I started working as a content writer because I was good with that and I didn't want to sit quiet and do nothing. 2023. Now, by the end of 2000 to mid of 2022 and everything, by this time, there was already the pressure of marriage at my house. By the beginning of 2023, the groom hunting, the preparation, marriage, everything was happened. I was married already. 23, 24, mid tuck, I was still settling in the new house, new family, new lifestyle. And meanwhile, I was doing my part-time content writing and social media management stuff. But I was not genuinely happy. I started pitching for colleges again. I pitched close to 8 to 10 places and got rejected. Then the first client that I talk about, the Surana College, I did that, and that client I closed within just 30 seconds. The first meeting I closed, okay, with an elevator pitch, which if you all don't really know about, we will talk in the second part after we talk with Anushka and Amit. Okay. Even after one successful project, They invited me at the same place for the second project there only. Okay. So I started with 11th grade. Even before I could finish my entire project for 11th grade, they asked me my time, my commercials, and they invited me for the 12th grade. I was very happy. I thought I have cracked it. I know this is how it's going to be. Naya college pakdo and do the same thing repeatedly. But it didn't work out. The second college, like I already shared the experience, it was horrible. Believe me or not, I came out of the college and the entire day I was so sad. I almost cried because he insulted me beyond everything else. He just tried to insult me. I cried all of it, and then I was like, okay, jane do. I used a little bit of curse word to make myself feel better. Ki, you know, fuck this shit. Okay, sorry for the language. That's what I told myself. And I was like, jane do. After that, I understood every individual is different. Now, how he treated me was more like his problem, not my problem. He himself was lacking soft skills. Okay, good communication skills or good, respecting is one of the qualities that a good person with good soft skills should have. Age is just a number, experience is just a number. Everybody should be respected, regardless. So it was more of his problem, not my problem. So I understood I should start meeting more people who are first things first good humans. If they're not buying right now, at least they will come back and buy later. But the connection will be built. Meeting good people is necessary, but at the same time, meeting wrong people is even more necessary because it will give you the lessons. 10 minutes. Okay. Sorry. My niece is asking when will I come. Okay. So that, just take it as an experience. Take it as a learning curve. There have been sessions where I have seen more experienced trainers than me have come out of a classroom crying. I have seen it, genuinely seen it, because students were bullied. All of this. And my husband, when he came to know I am going to that particular college, I don't want to name the college, he also didn't want me to take up that session, saying the students are very bully, they're not very decent there, please don't go. I said, I will not go the second day if I feel like I can't handle it, but I want to go. I want to learn that experience because only that will be able to teach me the bads also. It's not always sunshine. Crops will not grow if there is no rain. It's never going to be sunshine always. So take all of that as your learnings. Maybe just start taking notes on, okay, if this didn't turn up well, what was my mistake here? Was it the price point? Because I came this close and I got rejected. There is one client who is connected with me for 8.5 to 9 months now. Okay. He's agreed on commercials. He's agreed on the way, everything, but he's not giving me the MOU and the exact dates when to start. Every 2 months, he's just going MIA and suddenly he's coming, okay, Siddhi, let's start next week. Sir, give the MOU, no, first. How do you expect me to start without having that agreement? Because this is a service. I provide all the service, you end up not paying me. Where will I go? He's coming every 2 months. Okay, he's just out of connection for 2 months, completely ghosting me. And suddenly he comes and he's like, Siddhi, okay, please come to office tomorrow. We'll finalize everything.
Actually, your voice being little stucky.
Twice I've gone to his office after every. Is there a error in the audio? Am I clear now? It's better now. I think for a couple of minutes, I'll just switch off the camera and switch it on. Maybe the internet push
Yep.
would be better. Yeah. So that's the whole point. You will meet all sorts of people. Okay. They will want to take the best from you and give the worst to you. But you should know until what boundary you are okay to give them free service, until what boundary you are okay to let them keep hanging. So now I have decided this particular client, even if he's coming back giving me the signed MOU, I will not go immediately, because I have to value myself now. I will make him wait. I will make him understand the worth of soft skills, the worth of the requirement of my trainings. And if he's going with another trainer, it's okay. There are crores of companies that need training. There are crores of people who need training. There are only lakhs of trainers available. So I know that ratio. Somewhere I will end up with something good. Maybe 1 month I'm earning a little less. Next month I'll do better. It's okay. But know your worth and take everything as a learning curve. That's how you will not end up giving up or not end up being very sad. It's okay to feel sad. It is an emotion. It is an important emotion. Feel sad for one day. Cry if you want to. Get over it and don't think about it again, other than just the lesson learned. No hard feelings against anybody. That's all. That's his problem, not my problem. He lacks values, not me. He disrespected me. He lacks values. I respected him. End of my story. I am the good person in my book. That's all matters. Right? I hope I've solved the question clearly here. Shivraj,
Yes, yes.
the
Yeah.
question is solved here clearly.
Yes, yes, yes.
Perfect. Okay, let's move to Amit's doubt now, and then Anushka, and then I think Binu, you have one more
May
thing. We'll come to. Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Uh,
Am I audible, Siddhi?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah, so my question was regarding written communication. To get an opportunity to pitch someone, you first need to get accepted uh, in, through mails
I
or
am sorry, I
when
am
to
not
reach out.
having clarity
Do
of
you
your
have any
voice.
tips
Can you drop it in the
constructing
chat bot if the
a
network
cold?
is a little. Can you just drop your query in the chat box? I'm sorry, the voice is not very clear.
yes.
There might also be error with my internet. Maybe I'll just switch off
No.
the Wi-Fi and connect with my.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. Exactly.
Yes.
Very true. Very true.
Excuse me,
Like I
Siddhi.
already mentioned, you should be obsessed as a founder. You should be obsessed with your product, your company. Yes, there was somebody who.
Excuse me, it's me.
Yes, Amit. Yes, please.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Siddhi. Actually, I was not able
I
to
put my
reach that
question
before.
in.
Can I continue?
Yes, Amit, you can continue. Anushka, I will get back to your question once he's done.
Actually, I'm founder of Hi4 Automate, an AI automation company, which actually involves in building of web development, social influence, and to create more contents and more storytelling contents for your social media and everything. Actually, we do everything using AI and integrate and build an AI agent for yourself. Actually, if you need to book meetings or do anything important, so we personally design you an agentic AI. We do that, and I am 17 years old entrepreneur. Actually, you mentioned 16 and 17 as a kid, but that's not a problem. Actually, uh, when I tried to pitch my clients, actually I did 3 testimonials and I have got one client. Actually he have got my basic subscription for 10,000, and we have signed everything. But when I started pitching someone, what I am feeling is that I lack a little bit of confidence and a clarity in pitching, but I don't have an framework for pitching. So if I want to tell someone, I do WhatsApp automation, email automation, but from their side, they do not understand anything. So how to clearly pitch everything? If I am doing WhatsApp automation, I give an example to them, but actually
Now,
they
when
are
you say
interrupting me.
confidence and clarity, is this in terms of your product and service that you're providing, or is it
Excuse me, sorry for interrupting. Actually, your voice is breaking.
Yes, yes. Like, would you turn off the mic and then turn on?
I'll do that. Is it better now? Is it better?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So, Amit, I was asking that when you say you lack clarity, is it in terms of your product, or is it in terms of uh, what you're providing for this particular client, or is it in terms of your pricing? What clarity are you lacking is what you have to figure out first.
Actually, I'm not lacking clarity on pricing or my pitching. Actually, it is on my service. If I tell web development, I could not explain them properly that I am doing so and so for your company so that it could improve your sales or if it would improve your market. So I could not pitch them properly in that way. And if I'm cold calling someone, they completely reject me because I
Hmm.
do not have a framework. But I went live pitching someone a week before, and they I did not speak to the owner, but he contacted
Hmm.
me with some details I have given to his fellow mates or trainers in the gym. So actually, he had purchased my basic pack now in call. Actually, on what part I'm lacking, I was not able to figure out properly. Actually, can you rate my pitching out of 10 and you can tell me what I am lacking now?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please give your pitch.
Actually, hi Siddhi. I'm actually a 17-year-old entrepreneur. Actually, I'm doing, you are working in the pitching and teaching soft skills for many students, I know. Actually, you lack social influence and you do not have a website. So, can I help you to prepare a website and for building a trust with your clients? I can build you a website soon. So, is it possible for you to get in a meeting so that we could discuss more about the automations and service I offer? What did I lack? Actually, was it my pacing or something like that?
Okay. So I'll be very brutal with your permission. I'll be very brutal and honest here. Don't mind if
Yes,
you feel like
yes.
I'm okay. So I would rate it only 4 out of 10. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
First
Yes.
things first, you sounded very, very nervous. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
You were not confident. That's first thing. Second thing, you told what you will solve, but you told that I have a problem already. Okay?
Okay.
You told you are having a problem that you don't have social influence, you don't have this, you don't have that.
Yes, yes.
You shouldn't do that. Don't do that. You should rather
Okay.
tell, as a soft skills trainer, I am sure you connect with so many people individually. However, if you also start building the same connection over social media platforms, it would be a great add on to your service.
Yes. Actually, I guess your audio is disconnected.
Yeah, it was actually
Oh
stuck.
my god, one minute. Actually, I've connected with my phone's internet. I hope it's a little clearer now.
Yes, yes.
चल रहा है Wi-Fi? Hello, am I
Yeah, yeah.
audible? Yeah.
Actually,
So yes, Amit. So
you
did
know,
you listen to the pitch that I gave you?
Yes, I have actually listened to it. And how can I increase or improve my confidence?
The better clarity you start having with your pitches, with your services, the better sentence formations, better structure you start having, you will 100% start getting more confident in that. Confident will only be built with more and more trials and errors and practice. You cannot build it overnight, but you have to work hard towards practicing the same.
Actually, how can I train and practice in my home if I am not speaking to someone directly or cold calling someone directly? How could I build it?
Mirror. Start talking in front of mirror. Start recording. Put your phone in this position so you are not looking at yourself. Okay, and
Yes,
start recording, and then start listening to those recordings, and you rate yourself. Do you think you would buy this?
yes,
If
I
you
would
think
try this.
yes, then maybe you should make it better. If you think no, I only won't buy this, how will I expect others to buy this?
Yes, yes, you are right. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Anushka. I am sorry, can you just drop back the question again? I don't see a question in the chat bot. Is Anushka here? Okay. Okay. So return communication is a whole different ball game entirely, and it's going to be a very depth module. So probably we will need a different session altogether for it. But I'll give you a simple overview. First things first, don't have too much spam. Okay. Don't make it too lengthy. Don't, because the attention and focus has become very, very less. So start with good greeting. Okay. Make the subject line very clear and honest. This particular email is to help you this particular thing, so keep the subject line very precise. Or you can also keep question in subject line when you're doing cold emails. Are you struggling with marketing? We will help you with marketing. So that can be a get them open your emails. Otherwise they will not end up opening the emails also. Immediately they'll put it in trash, right? Second thing is, don't elaborate it a lot. Keep it on point. Keep it minimal yet effective. When we say minimal, however you think you will be talking to the person, similarly put it in the written form. Give the same format of who, what, how, problem and the result. And along with that, you can also attach something that will be like a believing factor there. Maybe a link of pictures or videos of your work, or a brochure or a catalog. Don't load it with heavy MB files that they will not open, or your Instagram profile page or something like that. That will help. And always end it on an open end communication where you have not closed the communication entirely. You are waiting for the response. Always leave it on an open end communication. Yes, Binu, we'll take your question now.
Oops, I'm sorry. I think I raised my hand earlier. If That's why you were asking for me. Sorry, but thank you.
Okay, okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Maybe this also can be one of the aspects because it's most tried and tested method. So everybody has figured out, okay, yeah, this is they're trying to sell thing. So in such scenarios, what you can do is please take help of AI and tell AI to give you one strong statement for subject line, which will make the person click on it without scrolling it apart. Yeah, depends on what you're trying to sell again. Depends on your product and service. Yes. Keep it as creative as possible. Yeah. Some takya kalam, some tagline, some fun, quirky sentence for the creative field works. Yes, Aditya.
Yeah, so like for young founders like us and everyone here who have started nearly like 1 year before or something, so we all need guidance from someone who is experienced, right? So we would like to listen from them. Their experience will help us. It will help us to face the problems which will come future in our life. So what is an ideal way to approach a experienced businessman or an investor or anyone who is experienced in this particular field?
LinkedIn is one good way where you can connect and you can tell them that you are in the field, you have been following them for quite a few weeks. Don't connect with them today and already text them. No, connect with them, follow what they're doing, understand their style. If it if you think it will relate with your work, with your thing, then try to text them. It would be an honor to have a little bit of guidance from you. If you could give me 1 hour of your day, I can come and meet you, have a conversation. So that will help. And I also feel like no matter how many people we meet, how much we, do, the more experienced people, the lesser time they will have to spend with others.
Yes.
Rather, also their problems, no, are a little older. We will not face such problems now, and our journey will obviously completely be, this is just my perspective, but if you want to connect, obviously, like I mentioned, LinkedIn, follow, have that understanding, then connect with them. That's one thing. My personal perspective here is, I feel like instead of meeting more experienced people, see, 10-15 years back when I was a student, trainers used to come to colleges and they used to teach how to make a PPT. Where should you click to add a title slide? Where should you click to add an image? How should you add an image? How can you change the font? These things. But today, if I go and train the same thing, they'll kick me out. Students will be like, ma'am, click on Gamma, put your content, your PPT is ready within 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a lot, right? So today's generation needs to understand today's problems and solve today's problems. Of course, experience and everything adds value in different ways, but I feel like for problem solving,
I think we just got stuck.
am I audible now?
Yeah, now it's clear.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So that was what I was telling about the problem solving aspect. I think we have reached towards our end of the session. I am happy that I was able to connect with all of you here. I am hoping that I've been able to add value that you were looking for through this session, and looking forward to connect with you all again for better sessions and better
Great.
understanding.
Same
All
As
the
same
best
like,
for all your startups. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shivraj, for this
yeah, thanks a lot. And
opportunity. Thank you.
again, yeah, really appreciate you for bringing a good clarity and the confidence across all the founders here, because like including me and all the founders, we had just came into this session with full of queries and full of confusion. And yeah, I can confidently say that we are getting out with much of clarity. So yeah, thanks a lot for making this change in us. This is something which is really gonna play a major role on how we reach people and how we can convince them and work together with those professionals or clients or whoever it may be.
Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. I am happy that I've been able to add value, and looking forward to niche down to each one of you with individual one on one sessions soon.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, in case like if any one of you actually want an in-depth discussion, so that you can get on to a wider clarity and everything like the frameworks which actually you know uh, was framed for you individually, then this one-on-one sessions would really help you in smoothing your journey of business or even your freelance journey. And we're always open to help you guys in that regarding. Yeah. So yeah, in case if you guys any if you guys have any queries yet, you can go ahead with the last one.
Yes. One last query, if anybody has, we'll take that. And if you have any closing statement for the entire session, your experience you want to share, we'll do that for a minute and then we wind up for the day.
So yeah, I would also like the feedback of you guys as well.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of add a point here. Sorry, I haven't been as interactive as ideally I would have loved to be, and it was a great session. Just want to take a moment to thank you, Siddhi. Beautiful session, beautiful passion and effort you've been putting in this session. And special shout out to Shivraj. I see you pushing so hard to make this happen. Brilliant job, man. Keep it up. God bless you guys all more and more. And to all the other founders out there. Wish you all the best, guys. Difficult journey, I suppose. Don't give up. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Binu. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. And again, once
Thank you, Bhavik.
thanks for taking time for all of us. Yeah, like 2 hours plus of time is much more valuable for us. And thanks a lot for investing that time in all of us.
Uh,
Happy to help. Thank you so much. Yes,
Siddhi,
Pradyumna.
I have one more question because our field is a restaurant-based field. So our cold calling should be a formal or a bit of like informal.
It should be a lot more informal, not just a bit. It should be a lot more informal. And I think instead of cold calling, you should just meet people with one or two small dishes that you have, ask them to taste, take their feedback, invite them to your restaurant. That is going to be a way better approach.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think nothing more to be discussed. And again, once again, at the last, thanks for helping us in all these way on solving the bottlenecks, which is actually stopping us in getting clarity.
Happy to help and looking forward to connect. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah,
Have a
thanks.
Thank you
great
so much, Siddhi.
weekend, which is around the corner.
Yeah,
So have fun, love your work, be passionate and obsessed with your particular brands. Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Siddhi. Thank you for identifying my flaws